In my last video, I shared my analysis from my investigation that despite China's massive efforts to contain COVID through a nationwide lockdown lasting 3 years, Xi Jinping's zero-COVID policy did not reap any success. Just recently, Chinese President Xi Jinping completely reversed his zero-COVID policy. The 3-year lockdown has made China a vast, vulnerable land. This has resulted in a severe outbreak across the country. Its medical system was not prepared to cope with it, and is now struggling under the strain of thousands of desperate people searching for help. Pharmacies are being depleted quickly, hospitals are overflowing, and funeral homes have long lines outside as families wait for their loved ones to be cremated. These are heartbreaking scenarios that, sadly, nobody saw coming. The news of an emergency outbreak in China struck the world. With the memory of the breakout in Wuhan 3 years ago still fresh and vivid in our minds, people worldwide are deeply concerned about the potential severity of this new hit and its impact on our lives. The question is whether such a rapid outbreak in China would take the world by another pandemic storm. During this new COVID outbreak, however, the Chinese government announced that China opened the door to the world, and travel restrictions are officially being lifted. From January 8, 2023, international travelers will not need quarantine upon arrival in mainland China. The COVID-19 pandemic has posed a unique and intense challenge to China, with its rapid spread creating deadly consequences. We must stay informed of the situation in this nation, as developments can quickly spread beyond national boundaries. Our actions today could determine our safety tomorrow. Let's ensure they are thorough. So please stick to the end to learn what this new emergency means for you. What are the main symptoms of China COVID? As the COVID pandemic continues to rage on, China is not transparent about the statistics of COVID patients and medical information. From the social media from China, we understand that one alarming symptom is white lungs, which is similar to the symptom during the Wuhan outbreak. The white lung is a life-threatening condition caused by scarring of the lungs that hinders oxygen exchange and can cause long-term health issues if left untreated. Other reports include black tongues from some COVID patients and coughing up blood, as a young doctor described his experience. High fever has also become increasingly common amongst those with confirmed cases of COVID. The age group of COVID infection is not only confined to the group of older people, young people and even children who also suffer from this violent pandemic in China. Why did COVID spread so fast in China? COVID-19 is an incredibly contagious virus, proven by its rapid spread through many countries. Why did COVID spread so fast in China now? There is evidence that COVID had already been circulating for at least a few weeks before China publicly announced to downgrade the administration of COVID from Category A to Category B. Due to some national holidays and an influx of travelers from high COVID prevalence areas, COVID was able to take hold and cause a resurgence of infections quickly. Additionally, the Chinese population had not built up COVID immunity levels as a result of the populations in the world after a 3-year lockdown through Xi Jinping's zero-COVID policy. What kind of COVID virus is currently attacking China? 3 years ago, the world experienced an invasion by a powerful foe, the coronavirus. It changed form several times, and its descendants are still causing chaos today. According to Dr. Shan Lulu at Ohio State University, many existing Omicron variants were detected in China. One particularly severe strain called BF7 has proven incredibly hard for people's immunity systems to combat. What is the projection of this round of COVID in China? As the Spring Festival approaches, we can expect COVID-19 cases to skyrocket in China at the start of 2023. This holiday is similar to Christmas here in Western culture. As people look forward to spending quality time with family members near and far, it could be a hazardous period for many travelers out there. According to the projection by the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, it foretells an impending surge of infections over the Chinese New Year. Despite precautions taken by Chinese people hoping to celebrate safely with loved ones, it's clear that this upcoming Chinese New Year could bring even greater health risks. The daily infection will keep on climbing from January to April 2023. What can other countries do to prevent an outbreak from spreading from China? While the COVID pandemic is turning mild in most countries, we need to be prepared for another storm that may be coming. With the spread of this novel coronavirus, anxiety and worry have increased around China and globally. No corner of the world will be immune from its effects. We still remember the news coverage vividly from early 2020 when novel coronavirus COVID-19 took its toll on countries worldwide. Almost everywhere had been hit by this elusive virus, some worse than others. One day after the Chinese National Health Commission loosened its COVID-19 restrictions, flight bookings saw an incredible 254% surge. Air travel out of China is skyrocketing. This demonstrates that citizens in mainland China are eager and ready to take advantage of their newfound freedom, liberating them from long sequestration within the country's borders. In the face of potential global contagion, countries worldwide have taken bold steps to protect their citizens. Japan responded quickly and decisively with a total travel ban from China that requires all incoming travelers to complete an on-site virus test at quarantine stations. This shows us there is no room for hesitation in times of crisis. Swift action can ensure safety and well-being amongst populations worldwide. For those who must venture into high-risk areas like mainland China soon, it's essential to take extra precautions when planning your trip to stay safe amidst these tumultuous times. Here are my conclusions on the current COVID outbreak in China. Although the COVID outbreak appears to be confined within China, its similarities with the Wuhan pandemic of 3 years ago cannot be ignored. This time around, the pandemic has spread far and wide beyond a single city, which is an ominous global warning that must not go unheeded. The international community should pay close attention to the development of the situation and be prepared for a potential global pandemic. The Chinese government needs to be more transparent with medical information and statistics in order to help other countries prepare effectively. Want to stay ahead of the curve and know how to keep yourself and your loved ones safe? Subscribe now for exclusive insights from China Explained, a YouTube channel dedicated to helping protect against potential pandemics. Get breaking updates on new developments so you can always be one step ahead. Thank you for watching. Until next time.